What's up? Let's argue.
What's happening? We're back.
We're back for our semi-weekly live stream.
Supposedly weekly until last week.
Until last week.
Our mistake. We were busy. Shit happens.
We were busy hanging out with this kid here. I'd like to introduce to you our special guest for the evening, Mr. Bobby Mucka. You've seen him.
Mucka Jr.
I'm in the baby.
All right. So,
and as always, my name is Aaron.
And you know me as your host, Kevin.
And
then there's our special guest.
I already said that.
I know, that's why I said it. Because we always introduce the special guest again.
Okay.
And tonight, our topics will be... What are our topics tonight?
Good shit. Nick Heisel. It's fucking G.
Yo.
That's our topic.
That's 3 brews, dude.
Yeah.
All right. To 3 brews. Actually, technically, that's 4 because you have 2 in your jar.
Oh yeah, show them.
This ridiculous size. By the way, this is a 20-ounce Sam Adams.
There's only 2 beers in here. It's only half full.
Oh. So today, let's say what we're drinking. I'm drinking my famous Sam Adams Cherry Wheat.
Which never changes.
Which almost never changes. Although last week I drank some of this.
Last week? Last time.
Last time.
Yeah, the Opa. The amazing shit. We have 6 viewers. Hello, all 6 viewers. It is so good to see you. Hit us up in the comments. Give us something to talk about. By the way, Lastrovia. So I'm actually drinking the, cold brew coffee, Imperial Pumpkin Stout.
We'll show it.
I mean, it's in the glass, but they already saw it. But yeah, I actually don't have a bottle here because I drank the only one. So, it's delicious, I promise. From Southern Tier. Pick one up.
Guess who's on here?
I have Arvis Tepe.
Yes, I like that. Please, like it, and pin.
And then, on the side, we have some absinthe on the side, some Lucid, and some Old Barrage gin.
The only people who drink this in this room,
mostly
person, is this guy.
I mostly drink that shit.
Yeah, that's no.
I have very high alcohol.
I drink gin on occasion.
On occasion.
Yeah. I enjoy it.
How often?
I mean, it tastes like Christmas. At least.
Oh, right. You like it with the root beer. Yes? Gin and root beer? That's
for pinned comments, you just press pinned comment when you're on actually live streaming.
Losers.
Yeah, you actually have to live stream to do that. So.
Yeah. Nick, if you want to ever come on the, let me fucking like it. George. Okay, George, if you want to tell us that, you're gonna have to come down to Connecticut and show us how it's done.
Yeah, get your ass over here. That's George Bear would happen to be a family member of mine, so there's quite a good amount of potential for him to show up on the show, especially since he's politically charged when he wants to be. All right, gentlemen, so what are we discussing today?
What are we discussing?
All right, so we have the hurricanes. Shout out to Florida. Sorry, guys. Got a lot of water. Same to Texas. We hope that you guys are making it through all right. We're trying to send aid. I'm working at Amazon. We sent some aid recently, so I'm hoping you guys get that. I know that it went to our sister building down there. So if any of you work for Amazon in Texas or Florida, we got you guys. We love you.
Yeah, that storm almost, if it hit Virginia, it would have sent my ship off to, wherever.
Oh,
Davy Jones' locker.
No, we would have had to go underway. I wouldn't be here right now.
Would you berth somewhere else, or would you just go out for a cruise?
No, we just go out for about a week.
Oh.
Yeah, just until the storm comes.
You just go around it for fun.
But because it took that whole trip west, so it didn't really. It's not heading for Virginia, so that's why I'm here on leave instead of on the ship.
Well, thanks to the hurricanes for timing when they timed, so that Bobby could be here. All right, so
Amy's on. Amy from Australia.
Clean your room, Kevin. This is the
room. This is a fucking
kitchen. George, you've been here. You know this is my kitchen.
Amy from Australia is on.
Oh, Amy from Australia, you're back. Shout out to Amy.
I'm doing well. I hope you are doing We just actually dug up the first live stream us guys have ever done, and it's really, really crazy. Once we figure out how to put video on our live streams, either with a different platform or something, we'll put on part of that.
At least a
video.
clip. At least a clip. Because there's comedic gold in that.
It's some crazy shit.
That was my beer tasting last year in October, where there was something like 20 people and probably 30 gallons of beer. All right. No, you won't. Yes, we will, George Bear. Yes, we will. All right, so tonight, what is going on in Congress that's to bring up? I'd actually like to bring up. Oh, God.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
well, we can jump into DACA, but I'd like to bring up a topic near and dear to my hearts, because I have more than one, apparently.
Dude with the glasses looks like someone's grandma. Dude in the middle looks like he's been working on the neck beard intentionally. Here's the guy with the I can't. Trump FBI's watches for selling copies of So Plain.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
You know what, man?
That's the pinned comment.
That's the pinned comment.
That's pinned.
It's like he shaved off all his beard, leaving only the neck.
So, you know, it's not a thing. It's a Donald Trump shirt. Make America strong again.
Because damn it, lift some fucking iron. Excuse my
gotta
language.
lift some fucking weights. Sorry, I'm small as fuck.
I'm the big man.
It's okay, I only did the
here.
fuck. All right, so talking about a topic near and dear to my hearts, excuse me.
You have 2 hearts.
I already said I had 2 hearts. Luckily for you, both of them are fucking dead. All right, so the Save Sportsmen's Hearing Act, I believe it is, or something very similar to that. I believe it's SB. It's like 2466 or some such, or 4668. Excuse me, it's 4668. And it is a bill to change a lot of how we do things when it comes to hunting and hunter safety. But it also is going to remove the NFA tax from suppressors and silencers for firearms. And this is a topic near and dear to my heart because I love to hunt and I love the shooting sports, and I know way too many people who have lost hearing, including myself to a small extent, and I'm only 25. So honestly, I'm hoping that it passes because I'd like suppressors to become more mainstream and to be used in more applications. So if you have comments on that, please tell us down below. I don't know about you gentlemen, I believe both of you would support it, making suppressors legal for sportsmen. And
of course.
So apparently legality behind that would be that you would just have to pass a firearms check. That would be considered a firearm in and of itself, which on the one hand is kind of stupid, but also isn't the worst idea ever, because it makes it easier to get instead of waiting around for literally a year and getting a government tax stamp. So let's get that legalized. If you support it, please go to your rep and send them a message and tell them to support it. Gentlemen, what else is going on in Congress this week? We have DACA.
DACA.
Yeah.
Which has a 6-month time limit on it.
Oh, does it now? Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the one he announced. He said it had a 6-month time limit on it.
I mean, do you gentlemen want to bring that up now or later?
We can wait a little bit.
Okay. What's another topic we got going on in U.S. politics? Or, I mean, if you want to bring up world politics, I suppose you could. Trying to think.
Poland is doing amazing.
Poland is always doing pretty amazing, minus the 30s and 40s.
I'd like to just pause.
Did you hear about that one thing? I don't know. I saw it on Facebook. I don't know how true it is, but apparently Germany.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, with the Germans
immigrant thing.
The Germans went to the EU courts and claimed that
Poland wasn't taking enough immigrants.
It wasn't taking any. It wasn't taking any refugees or immigrants that weren't to their liking, and so the Germans said, "We'll sue you." And so the Polish said, "Well, that's just great," and then they immediately countersued for war reparations for World War II, something to the tune of what was it? It was like $10 trillion.
It was $1 trillion. $1 trillion US dollars.
That'll show Merkel.
Oh, yeah.
That was some.
She is running Germany like Germany was up here and now it's just soaring down.
I'm looking forward to getting rid of Merkel. I'm not German. I'm just looking forward to her being off the world stage. Mm-hmm. She's just kind of a mess. Same. Get somebody strong in Germany. I mean, not strong.
not too strong.
Not too strong.
Not too strong and too
not too charismatic.
Not too charismatic. We know what happens when a German, very charismatic German takes office.
Especially when they have
especially in the 1930s.
Yeah, a hairstyle and possibly military experience.
Yeah, especially a mustache about that long.
Yeah. Speaking of hair,
happened for 15 years.
Speaking of hair, George wants to know how much product I use for my hair and how much time I put into it. I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort into making sure my hair is thick, extra thick, if you will.
Extra thick.
Extra thick.
I'm currently working on growing out my hair so I can get a pompadour.
Well then, that should be fun.
But that will likely not happen. Kelly McShay isn't here. Would you like to?
She's my girlfriend. Sure, you're right, y'all.
So yeah, Kelly, welcome to the group. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. So what else is in the news?
Start making out. Wow. Oh well. That's a shame. I'm taken. He's not, but. I don't know. That would depend on Kelly. I'm kidding. I totally wouldn't.
All right, so.
Oh, Nick, you get the fuck off.
I don't know, man. I mean, let the poor man try. It's not like he's going to succeed.
Yeah, he ain't going to succeed.
Exactly.
No, she can lift with more than you, bro.
Legit? Cool. I didn't know Kelly lifted. That's pretty awesome. That means you two work pretty well.
She can lift more than both of you.
Honestly,
she's pretty fucking strong.
What'd she lift?
When she did lift 350.
Okay, then she can lift more than me.
Yeah, she probably can.
She can lift more people more than.
Oh fuck! Luis is in here.
Oh, Luis.
All right. Oh yeah.
Right.
Did he literally comment?
Luis Zaragoza.
Comments.
He commented.
Is that our new pin comment?
No, I really like the.
They said I'm weak as fuck. He won't succeed.
Zhao and Lai has the best comment of the stream so far.
All right. So we'd like to ask everybody in the comments, please give us some topics for discussion. Politics, we take, what else? Religion, if you really want to go there.
Religion, philosophy, anything.
Yeah.
YouTube. Morality, even.
Give us some science questions. I don't know.
I don't know. Give me the fucking trolley problem. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I do.
Here's an example. So he's on one train track and he's on the other. Trolley's coming down. Oh, which one do I save? Obviously, neither. This guy.
You save neither. Let's be honest here.
Okay, multi-track. You both die. You both die a horrible death.
Best NFL team for 2017.
All right, so what do we got here? Best NFL team for 2017. The Vikings recently, I really liked how they played. What was it, Monday? But I was pretty disappointed by the end of the game with them giving up, what was it, a touchdown and a field goal.
I feel like I have to give it to the Patriots again.
No, I think the Patriots are going to suffer this year.
Maybe the Giants. I'm a Giants fan through and through, but
there were
worst case scenario, I mean, they're the New England Patriots. I do live in New England.
Yeah, but
why not?
But do you deflate your balls regularly?
I do.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, and
the Redskins.
The Redskins are pretty good too.
The Redskins look pretty good this year. I'm not gonna.
They do look pretty good. I watched the game on.
Did they? They won last night. Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and they won by what? 2 touchdowns, something like that.
It was either 1 or 2.
The last game I saw was the Broncos.
I can't remember.
I worked late last night.
Nick Heisel says Kansas City is better than.
I kind of agree with you for this year, anyways, Nick. I'm waiting for New England to have to fall apart pretty soon. They have way too many wins, way too many Super Bowls, everything. There's just something dirty's going on there, and I'm in New England, and I used to be a fan.
You know who I think is going to win this year?
Trump.
He already did last year.
He said we're going to get so tired of winning. We're going to win so much, we're going to get tired of winning.
Well, I
ain't tired of it yet. I ain't going to be tired for another 7 years.
Now we just need to win against North Korea.
The team that's going to win this year for the Super Bowl. I'm going to predict it.
Mm-hmm.
The team that wins the Super Bowl is the team with the least members of their team that kneel down during the national anthem.
Oh my God.
Dane Bradford. Glasses guy say, I love kitties.
I love kitties. I have one over there if you'd like to see it. I can bring the cat over.
I will tell you that he does in fact not have pants on.
I will also tell you that he does not.
The bottom of the screen is just basically just them sitting on my lard.
Ooh. Real question here. North Korea missile over Japan thoughts.
All right, so I say that anytime that they launch anything that leaves the continent and is, if it's in international waters approaching anywhere else, we should just shoot it down. They're not firing into an approved test zone, and they're not firing into.
Fires an approved test.
Yeah, but international waters, like at least.
International waters.
I mean,
they have no fucking grounds.
I mean, but if they fire it into international waters, like where there's no shipping or something, okay, you can't really touch them. But if they're firing and it's going over Japan, shoot it down.
It's in Japanese.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
Exactly.
Entirely.
Shoot it down before it gets there, and then tell them, do it again. Do it again, please. Like, give us a reason. I think North Korea.
This is what the alt-right is about.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's all
about
right.
It's
all all right.
It's all right.
By the way, I have refilled with a Strongbow cider, in case you were wondering. Anyways, back to...
They didn't shoot it down. I think that's a problem. I think Japan should have taken action on that. I think that the U.S. should really take a huge stance against North Korea based on this whole missile situation, because Japan is one of our greatest allies at this point in time.
It took a while.
It took a few years.
It took 5 years and a lot of effort, but we made them
two bombs.
But we made them one hell of an ally. I mean, by today's standards, not something. But I mean, they're the only two dropped in anger.
I mean, the Moabs were technically bigger, and they could make a bigger boom.
Like Nick says,
from a chemical point of view, no, not a bigger boom.
Oh, no, not.
You said a bigger boom. They don't make a bigger boom.
You know what I mean, though. Bigger, like.
What, shockwave?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
This is what Nick Heisel says. He says,
I don't know. I've never experienced
ICBMs are dangerous.
Intercontinental ballistic missiles, for anybody who doesn't know.
Oh, I mean, I never knew.
Being in the Navy.
Being in the Navy.
I've been on a submarine with,
live ICBMs.
Live, not ICBMs. ICBMs are land.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're just regular nuclear missiles.
But you have, what are they? They're not Neptunes or Poseidons. What are they now? What are they?
I can't tell you.
No, you know the designation.
I do know.
I know the designation. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not asking for classified information. I'm just asking.
No, it's okay. I'm not going to tell you secret information. Even though I do have a secret
clearance. No, you don't.
Yes, I do have a secret clearance.
Not anymore. You don't.
No, I still do.
Okay.
I may be a seaman, but I have a secret clearance.
You hear that? He's a seaman.
I am a seaman.
Do you like your fellow seaman?
All over my face. I'll just go right there. I don't give a fuck. I'll go right there.
All right, Amy, if you're still watching, can you give us a question pertaining to Australian politics or something down below?
That would be interesting.
We are in the U.S., so we don't know particular names. I know very little about a couple of parties that are in your country, but I'd love to hear something about it. Back to Nick Heisel. Yeah, ICBMs are heavily dangerous, and frankly...
Oh, yes, Nick Heisel, yes. U.S. Navy is better than the rest of the world. Like that shit right now.
No, I'm gonna fucking love that shit.
Goddamn right.
Fucking right. That's fucking
all right. So I will say something about the state of the Navy, though. I'm a little concerned about where we're going with it. I'm hoping that look at what we're doing right now. We're building a whole class of ships that, frankly, is either going to need to be replaced quickly or is basically sacrificing capability.
What specific class are you talking about? Are you talking about
the LSAT or LCAT or something? It's the current one with the one. It's the one that they're putting in to replace. What is it? Ticonderoga missile cruisers or something. The really, really old ones.
The cruisers?
Yeah, but the ones they're putting in now, which have less capability, less range, and they're like, oh, we can mount a laser on
do you mean frigates? Frigates, there's like 2 frigates in the Navy now.
It's like a blurred term, but yeah.
It's a blurred term.
It's a kind of a blurred term.
Are you talking about like an LCS?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe I am.
Combat ship?
Yeah. And frankly, they do nothing well and everything poorly.
I mean, apparently according to like the Navy's test, the LCS, some people nicknamed it the little crappy ship.
The Navy's tests. You'll excuse me, when you really want something and you have the budget for nothing else, you make up your own tests.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
According to the Navy's tests, what they did is they put it against a scenario against a destroyer and a cruiser, and it did better in the surface category than either ship. So it was able to... I know.
I'm just saying, I've seen people fudge the details. I've heard a certain amount about stats. I'm not in the Navy. I'm not a general.
I'm not particularly sure either, because they
don't
really tell, the lower people that shit. So,
on the one hand, I wish we could put the money that we're putting into our military, I wish we could cut that by even 10% and put it into the general budget to fix other things. But at the same time, I understand the need because our military, frankly, is falling apart. Look, they were filching parts off of museum F-18s. They're building this class of ships that, frankly, isn't worth the money and sacrifices capability, according to some reports, etc.
The new Ford class carrier is fairly good.
I'll agree to that, but the carriers are big fat targets.
Oh, yes, they are, but if you take one down, that's war. You're going to war.
It's sovereign U.S. soil.
We have more than 10 times the amount of any other country.
True.
That has a carrier.
True. That's sneaky Chinese though. All right. Back to the questions. All right, we do have submarines. And
the submarines are the biggest capability that we have.
You really think so? Because they're heavily underplayed, so I could agree to that.
They are you don't talk about them, that's why.
Exactly. You notice how everybody talks about, the Chinese have cruise missiles and submarines.
Yeah, fuck cruise missiles and their submarines we can detect. The only kind of submarines we have issue detecting are the Russian ones, which even then they're not.
That's true.
They're not that dangerous.
They're there. They can get you in an ambush, but
they can't. It's hard for us to hear them, but we can detect them.
Okay. Yeah.
We have the capability, but it's just it's tougher than other countries.
So your opinion is that the Navy is in decent standing as is, and that we're not going.
We're decent, but we could always do better.
That's
true.
Okay.
I think we're well trained. We're ready for anything, but we can do better.
Nathan Thompson, the world's only blue water Navy.
I just feel like with the whole
I'd have to agree with that.
Few years we could recover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last few years have been pretty bad for the Navy. Even with the whole
earlier this year with the 2 crashes now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really embarrassing.
That was very embarrassing.
The first one.
I got shit on. I got shit on for that.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah,
the
people in my department of the ship, on another ship, they're the ones that are supposed to be standing watch. They're supposed to fucking tell us when, what's going on around the ship, because sometimes radar doesn't always pick it up. Because sometimes radar fails. It's very rare, but sometimes it happens.
It's like safety's on firearms. You have to have a tertiary system.
Yeah, exactly. So we have people looking out directly. I'm assuming this stuff happened at fucking night, because I doubt. Someone's gonna fucking not say something if a ship's coming towards them and it's not night. Because it's really, I swear to God, it's really hard to see ships at night.
No, it is. We have a really good
question. Especially if they don't have their lights on. Because we're driving 24/7. We don't stop in the water unless there's something wrong with the ship.
We have a really good question. I'm going to suggest we go back to Nick Heisel. So if a world war were to ensue in 2017, how would it play out? I don't foresee an amphibious assault as previously seen in large-scale wars. I'm guessing you mean like D-Day? Or even the entire Pacific War, for that matter, landing in Incheon. How would it go? Also, we need to slash with our military spending no matter how you look at it. Okay, Nick, you and I are on the same fucking plane here 100% because I feel the same way. we need to slash one way or another. We just need to retain capability. Gentlemen, to address the real question here, how do you gentlemen think it would play out? I'm going to reserve judgment until I hear you.
Oh boy. Here's the thing. It's who are we going to end up fighting?
The Norks.
I think it's going to be a combination of North Korea and possibly China.
I mean,
with the way they're backing up North Korea and Trump being aggressive towards North Korea, I think there could be something.
Okay.
Whether it be they fly another missile over Japan, I don't think Trump will allow that. I think he'll take action in some way or another, and something like that.
Okay. Bob, being a active duty Navy.
So, I mean, I don't represent the, thoughts and, the actions of the Navy and everything. So,
Totally.
For me, I just have to put that out. So, my thoughts on it are, there are a few things we could do. So, let's say China backs up North Korea. North Korea already has the largest, military, with personnel. Because they have, I think it is 9 million? It's 600 reservists and 300 it's 6 million reservists and 3 million active duty.
And then it's 2 million
Which,
after
I mean,
that.
They're very under-equipped. They're not very... Okay, yeah, they're not very
Is that how you
good.
want to put it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd put it this way. I'd say
I wouldn't say they're very...
North Tech is not great, but...
it's equivalent to Russia was in, the 50s or 60s.
I think they have a little bit more hidden tech, but they're going to be very sparse with using it, similar to the Germans in World War II.
Perhaps.
Remember, the Vampire sights on the tanks and the rest, where it's they really were very picky and very careful about where they put such assets. I think the North Koreans have a lot of capability in small amounts of asset, but if you remove 75% of that or more, as would our military through, of course, its capability, all of a sudden that really kind of evaporates. On the other hand, do they have things that we don't know about? Very clearly. I mean, frankly, we have guns that show up in auction houses from North Korean defectors that are given to CIA people and so on and so forth. And the only place they're documented is here in the U.S. because it's the only example that's got.
Yeah.
Things like that. So obviously the secrecy is very high. So the chances of them having things that we don't know about is also very high.
That's true. I will give you that.
When it comes to what class, I mean, maybe let's put it this way. I'm going to be very generous here and say Iraq mid-90s. That's about their tech level, and I mean like Gulf War era even.
They have to pull off some stuff that they pulled off from the Korean War.
True.
I would say.
True.
That's what they're going to have to do. Sure, they have a lot more people, but when that starts dwindling down from the lack of technology and from just because they don't really have a navy. They don't really have a navy.
They have a great set of submarines that are easily sinkable.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
we can detect those. Even the Chinese ones aren't that good.
Okay.
And the Chinese doesn't really have they have one carrier.
True, but the Chinese are investing in carriers. The Chinese have invested heavily in submarines and cruise missiles, which frankly is a great winning combo if it's used.
That's very good if we didn't have so many destroyers that can detect.
It's very good if it's used specifically, but the whole idea is, I mean, frankly, it's straight out of Red Storm Rising, where it's just the idea of overwhelming them. The Chinese don't care about losing people, and cruise missiles aren't people, so you can launch a shit ton of them, and as long as you can pay for it or have built up an arsenal of them, no big deal. But I think Nick Heisel here said something that was really good when he said, would you go up a little bit, Aaron, please? Right there. He said combo of Air Force, Navy combo, quick strike, ground force cleanup. On the one hand, I agree, but there's always unseen factors. I will say North Korean artillery.
Yeah, we're talking also conventional here. We're not talking like nobody used nukes. No one uses nukes.
I mean gas, etc. WMDs are just.
We have to go logistics. I mean, obviously South Korea is there for us.
South Korea is sitting on so many supplies from us, and they want to help. I think what we would do is probably.
That's why we can't lose South Korea. They have.
I don't think we ever will. South Korea.
No, we won't lose South Korea.
Shout out to South Korea for anybody who's there. Whatever. We love you guys. Whether or not we'd really talk about it.
Yeah, nukes.
South Korea's cool.
Obviously,
video arcades
versus China.
Awesome.
Versus China.
The women are amazing.
Samsung.
Honestly, I think in a nuclear war we win against China.
We're gonna do great. We're gonna build a wall in between the Koreas.
Yes, we will. Right here, make America strong.
Make America pump again.
Make America pump again.
North Korea,
like we did back in the '80s.
Kim Jong-un is sad.
All right, a topic for
he's a friend of the fake news media.
I mean,
he's friends with Lying Ted. Did you know that Lying Ted's father killed JFK?
I would like to remind you that Kim Jong-un is very low energy. Very low energy. I mean, we've been taking polls, and he's extremely low energy.
They tell me that he's less energy than Jeb Bush.
And that's a lack of energy.
Very low energy.
That's a lack of energy.
That's lower than a...
That's negative energy. It's negative energy.
Okay. So back to North Korea. Agreed. Hey, like they did with Carthage, the Romans with Carthage, and I think North Korea should be destroyed.
You know what?
If they would just calm down, I'm fine with them.
Just like they did in the interview.
Cheers.
All right, but in all seriousness, the kid from Jerry Maguire got That was a serious comment.
Oh man, nice. Okay, you're getting carded.
Vincent and Beltman. Oh man,
is that a real name?
I don't think that's a real name.
I think.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Employed in a relationship
with both his job
with a dog
and his other job. All right. So
I mean, she has the little doggy face on Snapchat.
Wow. All right. We're gonna get some hate for that
fucking bitch.
All right. So North Koreans, they have a lot of good artillery, and they're very good at seemingly making hidey holes, spider holes, foxholes, etc., etc., etc. I mean, that only counts for so much, but if North Korea has really studied and looked into making let's say, insurgency force similar to the whole Iraqi and Afghanistan area and conflicts, that could be a serious issue. I mean, even bigger. I mean, it'd be a hellhole.
Perhaps, unless, because Trump has been known to, he let loose the rules of engagement. Kind of like
Okinawa all over again. I'm okay with that.
But the thing is, in Okinawa, we didn't really have jelly gas all over the place.
I mean, yeah, we did. We had napalm.
We did a little bit.
We dropped it, but...
We dropped a bit.
You need to remember one of my favorite things about the United States. We went into an agreement with a company, the Air Force, that stated that we would buy a certain amount of napalm every year for an X number of years after World War II. And when the Air Force decided they didn't want to spend that money, they said, all right, they went to lawmakers and they said, we need you to make napalm illegal. And everybody was like, what? This is a secret deal, I might add you. And so, of course, the Air Force petitioned a bunch of lawmakers. Lawmakers made an international treaty, and the U.S. signed it, and that made napalm illegal, and we said we wouldn't use it. At which point, the Air Force took all the money they were saving from not buying napalm.
You know what they spent it on?
I know exactly what they spent it on.
They spent it on steaks in barracks rooms.
That's pretty funny, but it's wrong. They threw the money at a development company to take JP4 jet fuel and turn it into napalm that wasn't napalm. It's napalm that's twice as sticky, burns twice as long, twice as hot. And by the way, it's JP5.
It's JP4. It's JP5.
Okay, well, it was made with JP4.
I know. I work with jet fuel.
You'll excuse me.
Does it melt steel, dude?
Does jet fuel?
Doesn't melt steel beams. It's this close to. It's 3 days in 3 days and 16 years. 16 years and 3 days that you've come with me to this question. Yes.
It does.
It can. It doesn't melt it, but it can.
It removes tensile strength.
It removes tensile strength, which makes it bend.
Thank you for copying my words.
Yes.
9/11 was an inside job.
With jet fuel.
With jet fuel.
From the plane that crashed into it.
And clearly Bush...
The people that were in the plane, it was an inside job with them that they,
I was just about to ask that. I love it.
Yeah. That's how it was an inside job.
All right, so, anyways...
here are the 2 questions regarding this.
Okay, this is the wrong president to threaten North Korea.
Who needs to chill, North Korea or the president?
No, he's the correct grammar there. He's saying that
this is the
Trump,
wrong president to threaten.
Exactly.
North Korea needs to chill.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree fully.
I see.
I don't think Trump is a warmonger so much as the left
makes
out to be.
I think he's a fairly decent centrist. I think
Trump is heavily a centrist. People just don't look at him.
Yeah, he's a fairly...
The media doesn't want him to look that way, but you can literally...
It's just because he has a big personality that everybody assumes that he is far right.
Exactly.
He just says what's on his mind.
Trump is literally playing
go to any Italian's house and you'll see somebody exactly like Trump.
But you got to be a real Italian first.
Yeah.
Except my mother.
You can go.
My mother will, be gung ho for the genocide of all Muslims. But
I mean, that was pretty surprising when you first told me that. When you were like, I had this discussion. I was like, but Mom, that's wrong, and she was like, No,
no, they don't believe in anything. I was like, oh,
they don't
calm down.
I love that. I love that. They believe in a God, in a religion, but they don't believe in anything. I told you sometimes things like that are just the best. The best. All right, so anyways, more topics for discussion. We can continue North Korea or send us more. All right, Vincent Adultman, you're from New York. Ask you anything. How do you like the New York
Do you
Safe
have
Act?
I Heart New York shirt?
Do you like the New York Safe Act?
Do you like the New York Yankees?
Do you feel you're taxed too much?
Do you feel crippling depression every time you walk?
Is it really you get mugged in an alley every day?
Do you have?
Or is it just your mom?
Oh, that's dirty. I like that. That was good. All right, so
is Chuck Schumer really all he's cut out to be? How about Amy Schumer? I hear she's a really good catch. As a whale.
If you like fish. Do you like fish fillet?
Only the blubber on the Amy Schumer. She's only funny then.
Oh,
I have to mix her blubber with some notes from...
She puts down pretty well.
I mean, if you need some oil for your lanterns.
Oh, man. He does feel a crippling depression. You know what? That makes 4 of us.
If you have the oil from Schumer's lamp, you can see all the jokes that she stole from other people.
All right.
That was almost a spit take.
And he is taxed too much. What about the New York Safe Act? I want to know your opinion of it.
Yeah, what do you think about fucking New York Safe Act?
How do you like Obama, even though he has nothing to do with New York? And he's not even president anymore. All right, no.
I do enjoy how a bunch of liberals will say, Obama's been like the reason for all the recent stuff with the economy and stuff like that. And I'm like, what about all the crazy shit like fucking Antifa, all this other shit? Has he been responsible for that?
Let me just jump in
here.
Not
just for the economy, because specifically,
as somebody who works in pharmacy, the Obamacare plans do not work.
And they're a mess.
They're a mess. I have to, every time you fill a prescription with an Obamacare card, whether it be like the Blue Cross Blue Shield or any of the other companies that are part of the Affordable Care Act, you're going to be charged close to $300, $400 unless the pharmacy actually decides to use their pharmacy discount card, which actually takes more off the prescription than the plan does.
Oh, God.
And plus, if you want to get a certain prescription, it has to be a certain brand. These brands for the manufacturers change all the time. So you're left with a huge disaster in the pharmacy.
A huge gap. You're left with a gap that has to be paid.
Yeah. It's a disaster for pharmaceuticals because they change manufacturers that can be covered every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want a specific brand or a specific manufacturer, and you've been covered for that specific manufacturer, it's going to change the next week, and then it's going to turn into something. For instance, a Atenolol. Atenolol is something that's pushed by doctors all the time. However, the manufacturers that create Atenolol, especially the generic version, have been stopping production because of how little they're getting from each purchase of Atenolol. So it's been on. It's a pH blocker.
Okay. Yep.
And like a metropolol.
Yep. Okay.
And that's why doctors have been having to prescribe metropolol instead of Atenolol. Atenolol has been on back order across the continental U.S. for about 3 months.
That's what I was saying. And it will be for another 6.
And here's the thing. Some people can't take metropolol because it doesn't really work for them. Atenolol is a drug that works for them, and they can't get it because it's not been on back order for the last 3 months.
Of course.
Is it coming back? No.
Of course not. Of course not.
And that's what gets me angry every time somebody talks about the Affordable Care Act and tries to say, oh, it's a good act. It's not. It's not affordable. It's taking if you actually look at the Affordable Care Act, it's not caring about the actual people. It's caring about the insurance agencies who are getting all the money from it. It's not caring about the person as Obama said it would. It's a corporate ploy in order to get more money for the insurance agencies that Obama likes. That's my whole thing on Obamacare.
Yeah. For me, socialized medicine, obviously I'm in the military. We literally have socialized medicine.
And it sucks.
It really sucks. So I would have to, if I'm sick, I still have to go to work no matter what. Because, I live at work, pretty much. So, on top of that, they would tell me, oh, go to medical. And literally, they're just going to send me back with Motrin and probably some water. And that's all they're going to give me. It doesn't matter what I have. I could have an infected finger. They're not going to, pop it or anything. They're just going to be like, you'll be fine. Just take some Motrin and drink some water. Maybe change your socks.
I was about to say, change your socks and go for a run.
Not go for a run, just change your socks.
I don't know.
Because apparently people don't change their socks that much in the military. It's gross.
It's kind of funny because you guys get a lot of pairs of socks.
I literally, after I got out of the academy, I had 50 pairs of socks.
Ridiculous. You literally had to donate a trash bag.
I had to donate socks to Goodwill.
So you had more socks in that trash bag than there are sock accounts in this.
I was about to say, Robbie had more socks than Jake Dressler. Jake Dressler, shout out to you.
Oh, good old Jake Dressler. I still haven't met him yet. I know you have.
I've met him.
You've met him.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I saw your little live stream with him, the first one that you guys met.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories.
Yeah, you guys went for hookah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You come through. Both of you come through. We'll meet Jake Dressler together.
I remember I had an infected finger right here, and I literally just fixed it on my own.
Just to experience it.
I didn't I said fuck medical. I'm not gonna just wait in there for them just to pop it and then just squirt it out.
What'd you do?
So I literally sterilized the needle by myself, popped it, squirted all the shit out, and then just sterilized it, and I was fine.
This is why everybody goes to
the thing is, everyone goes to medical for just stupid shit to get out of work. Because the thing is, we're paid on salary. It doesn't matter what we're doing as long as we're just in the military, we just get paid. So that's the issue with socialism is that people won't strive to do their best. Was it your day in the barrel? It depends on the person, though. Some people will do their best. Other people will lack in that aspect. And they're going to skate. They're going to do whatever. And it's going to suck because if someone's skating, they're not working, that just means more work for you.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course. No.
And they don't give a fuck unless they get, caught skating. And then they're like, why the fuck are you skating? Whatever, But then it's just a small ass chewing out. It's nothing serious to them.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. This is going to sound like a douchebag thing to say. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but at least when it comes to my job, there's medical at my job. They don't do everything. They're all trained as EMTs, but they do pretty much whatever, any illness you could come in with, they have something to treat it.
Yeah.
And you can stay and work, or you can leave and not get paid. And if they find out that, like, you keep going back to AmCare a whole lot, they're going to start looking into it. They're either going to refer you to a doctor or they're going to fire you.
Yeah.
Because they know that you're either trying not to work or, maybe you can't work. So
they ran out of hard drugs online.
They ran out of hard drugs.
They
ran out of Xanax. They ran out of Oxycontin.
No, they ran out of like penicillin.
Are you kidding me? That's good for me. I'm allergic to that shit.
They ran out of shit on my ship, and it was ridiculous because we needed to fill that shit
ASAP.
And
did you?
It was just nothing. They would literally give us Motrin and water.
Oh,
that was it. That's it.
How do you run out on a carrier? It's a fucking city.
I know. There are 5,000 people on there, so a lot of people are at medical.
Bobby and I will be taking a 1-minute break in order to get drinks. Bobby, if you would hand me the bottle of Opa, I would like to try that first prior to absinthe. I don't think absinthe is a good idea right now.
3 shots of absinthe right now.
Let's do this shit.
Opa, shots?
Ooh. You want some?
I'm not going to do shots, but I will.
You'll do a shot of this with me.
I'll do a shot of that.
You're going to do a shot of absinthe there?
We will do a shot of absinthe, and you will do a shot of that.
Oh, I was really... you know what? Fine.
Straight. 3 straight shots of absinthe.
I was...
Very well. Get shot glasses. Or get glasses.
Do you want glasses or shot glasses?
Shot glasses would be preferable. Lucid absinthe, 62% alcohol, 124 proof.
Who wants the big, thick glass?
I do.
Good.
Okay.
I was there. So gross. Oh,
all right. Which comments would you like, Nathan? Nathan said, I was going to ask that. Laughing face.
Whatever that is.
That right there, my good friends, is a shot of absinthe. That is actually more than a shot of absinthe.
That's like 2 shots.
That is almost 2 shots.
Bobby's going to die tonight.
Yes, I will. And that is okay.
Just like half a shot. I can't do shots because my medication.
There's half.
So I'm still going to do a
that's
shot.
That's like a full shot.
I don't know if I want a full one, so just give me a half.
You know what?
Start.
I'll fucking give you guys.
Honestly, I'm early, so.
And my medication prevents me from drinking hard alcohol.
Oh, that's fine. 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
Oh, this has a lovely scent to it.
It does.
Why don't you show the camera, Lucid?
It has a very anisey flavor.
Okay.
Lucid, absinthe.
Ooh, that's got a little touch to it. That's
it does.
That tastes like liquid magic. Ooh.
Alrighty. So what's
very anisey flavor?
Yeah, it's all spicy.
Alright.
We know, Bobby. We know what happened last time. Yes, we do. And I believe the couch is clean now.
I don't need to know. I don't want to know.
It's okay. That was just acid reflux. Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty. Gentlemen, kanpai for the Japanese.
Nostrovia. For the Russian.
2 bombs weren't enough. I jest, of course. North Korea needs its fair share. That's pretty good. See, don't get me wrong, I'll do shots, but I'm not going to burn like the 2 of them are. I'm going to sit here and sip and enjoy my absinthe. All right, so gentlemen, where should we pick up? Where were we? Oh, Obamacare, yes. Well, you 2 are still burning. This is great.
He's such a pussy.
No, he isn't. Hope he's okay.
Oh my god. He went to the head. Went to the bathroom. Sorry.
All right, so, gentlemen.
Good shit.
Absinthe?
Very good.
Oof.
See, you're sipping on it. I just.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a shot.
Yeah,
so
dude, it burns a little bit.
Honestly, I don't really care too much about the burn.
It's not like an intense burn. It just stays with you.
Yeah, well,
see, he's spitting.
Yeah, if it's bad, it's bad.
It's not bad. It tastes good, but it's just like the alcohol burns.
You can only
not really hard, but it's just a long period of time.
All right. So, anyways, Canada doesn't have a navy, even with the world's largest coastline, because single player. They're playing on easy mode. It's okay.
Single player healthcare.
All right. When it comes to Canada, though, Canada's pretty fun. I mean, they've got a huge landmass.
They do.
They really
Great allies.
I mean, if you want polar bear cavalry. I mean, polar bears, though.
The moose.
Dude, moose is delicious.
What is the plural of moose? Mooses?
Meese.
Or is it meese?
It's actually meese.
Is it meese? Can anyone confirm or deny this?
No.
Any Canadians out there?
Damn, I missed your show. Maybe next time. Nah, we're still on, Steve Sampson. Please hit us up.
Missed 3 great comments.
Okay, rewind. Right. The mouse is right here. We're rewinding, Nick Heisel. Which comments exactly? You kind of went a long way there, Bob.
I did. All right, insurgency is an impossible pseudonym for any organized force. Rules of engagement are kind of.
I mean, that's
well.
The truth.
I mean, if rules of engagement are kind of taken away.
I mean, dead civvies.
Well, I mean, collateral's okay. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Was that pretty strong for you?
Yeah, too strong for him.
Did you puke?
Yes.
Oh my God! Aaron puked from the half shot.
You find it? I'm gonna leave this right now.
Oh my God! I had double what he was having.
Just multiple.
Don't worry.
Moose. Just
that's
multiple.
The Polish in me.
All right. So what were the other comments that we missed? Let's go back.
Just multiple moose. Mooses.
Moose.
Oh well. Whatever. Read my comments, losers. All right.
I don't know which
I was
comments.
going to ask that. Okay, the insurgency one. Yeah.
You're going too far. We were here. Go down, Bob. Go down. We're going to lose viewers.
Oh well.
Missed 3 good comments.
Yeah, I was looking for them. I can't find them.
Not that hard.
Oh well.
Read my comments, losers.
Whatever. Fuck him. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. Nick Heisel's pretty cool. I wouldn't say fuck him. Yeah. So I'm actually not finding anything here. Something about $50.
Oh, something Bitcoin at the bottom.
Bitcoin. All right. So.
You okay?
I'm not finding the Bitcoin comment. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Here, do another shot.
What's that? I told you I'm not supposed to do shots.
All right. So back to apparently they didn't show up. Yeah. Give us some Bitcoin. I hear Bitcoin is actually up something like what is it? 25%?
Just give me a Bitcoin. Give
me
2 or 3.
Give me 2 or 3.
Give me 5. I don't care. 10. 10 would be awesome.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. So apparently, apparently my neighbor convinced his mother to invest 10 grand in Bitcoins on some Bitcoin mining site. I'm trying to find out if he's gonna make her back the money.
I will be right back.
Roger that. I could better go upstairs. Seriously, better go upstairs.
Yeah, you better go upstairs.
All right. Yeah. So when it comes to Bitcoin, all right. I have multiple bathrooms, so we use all of them between the great outdoors, the one over here, the one upstairs, the other one upstairs, the other one downstairs. So yeah, there's lots of bathrooms to use, Vincent Development. Anyways, so as for Bitcoin, my understanding is the currency is currently it is in some kind of what am I thinking of? Multiplicative influx or some such, and that it runs the potential of falling and being almost completely worthless sometime in the near future. So I'm leery of Bitcoin. That's what a lot of other people are saying, but it seems like every time anything happens with Bitcoin, they end up somehow making it through it unscathed. I haven't found any information relating to them having a massive crash where they are worth almost nothing that was significant. Maybe in certain places or times in small amounts where such things happen. But if you have any comments on Bitcoins, please put them in the comments now. I'd love to see them. And as for me, no, I don't invest in Bitcoin. I'm not really sure that I would want to. It just seems very unstable. On the one hand, it seems to be a way to make a lot of money. Some of my neighbor's brother made a lot of money off of Bitcoin. I don't know, 2 or 3 grand or something in a short time. But I don't know exactly what he was doing with them. I believe he was doing something with currency conversions. How we got away with it, I don't know. As for you, would you happen to want to invest in Bitcoin at any point? It doesn't seem like a good idea to me. It seems very unstable. Bitcoin. Yeah, I actually recently I recently read that they're going to take a fall.
Earlier I would have.
Would you? Really?
Maybe a few months ago.
Okay.
But not anymore.
Okay.
It's too late.
Yeah. All right. Other topics for discussion. What do you got, Bob? Give me something.
Oh, man.
We talked about North Korea tonight. We've talked about, what else? We've talked about what we were drinking.
We did.
We've talked about, what do you got there? Pizza roll?
I do.
It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Which pizza rolls are the best? Tell us in the comments below. Hindsight 2020 every time. I mean, that's true, Nick Heisel. If you had told me exactly what would have happened with Bitcoin, I actually might have considered investing just to make quick money. Would I ever have done it? No, I'm far too cautious when it comes to investing. Should I have? Probably, but you know, hindsight's 2020 every time. Personally, I'm waiting to see what happens with the gold and silver, as well as, interesting enough, copper. Nick Heisel, traditional pepperoni. Yes, actually, I believe the pizza rolls are traditional pepperoni. What exactly are you drinking right now, Bob? Why don't you tell the audience?
Drinking Harvest Cafe.
From Sam Adams, yes?
From Sam Adams.
And he's not having just one, folks. No, he's having two in his gigantic beer glass. Please, let me open your next beer for you. This should be entertaining.
Thank you very much.
Here you are. This is actually a really good Hefeweizen beer. I petitioned him to buy.
It reminds me of pumpkin pie.
I petitioned him to buy a 6-pack this evening, and you did, and I believe that's something like the 4th bottle of it. Better put those puppies down. You're going to get more out of the bottom because of the foam. As for me, I'm still sipping that insane absinthe. Admin Aaron is back.
No, I think he's a mod.
I used to be admin for what happened? 2 months. They removed me.
Why?
Because they're assholes.
They just wanted somebody else to be on the mod team.
Of course.
Or admin team, rather.
I bet it was
just somebody else. Yeah. All right. So we have talked about the best pizza rolls.
Remember when Jake impersonated Joe and then Joe's account got deleted?
I remember that.
I do remember that as well.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Let me just say this. I'm not to take a shot again.
Ever.
Your bathroom got a free cleaning.
You're welcome. How was that bleach? Did you have a shot of bleach?
I had a shot of bleach.
Did you get the dirty jeans out of you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Only some or all?
Only some.
All right. Well, there's more for next time. So we've been talking about Bitcoining.
I would like Nick to be a mod. Actually.
You know what, Nick? I will throw my political weight behind you as a mod. I would like to see Nick Heisel as a mod, mostly because he's
You're a mod too?
No.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Where did you get that idea? I'm not a mod.
I don't know. I think you said mod.
I did. We want Nick Heisel to be a mod because he's an awesome commenter and he's an active member.
Nick Heisel took a break from Facebook for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And now he's back. Right before you actually left, Nick, I wanted you to be one of our mods. So it's been a long-running thing. I've been suggesting you for a bit. So.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm happy to throw my weight behind that as well. And while we're at it, fuck single-payer healthcare.
Also, fuck shots. Fuck shots.
Speaking of shots. No. Yeah,
all
it's
right.
Okay, bud.
Let me just talk about the projectile vomit I just had in
do you really
bathroom.
Need to do that? I mean, you did clean it.
I cleaned it. I
feel
bad. All with bleach.
Don't feel bad. You're not numero uno or numero dos.
It's going to smell in there for a bit.
But just like bleach, though.
Yeah.
Not puke.
Yeah,
I get it all up. Honestly, shit happens, man. You're probably just overstressed. It probably has nothing to do with the shot.
I think it does, honestly.
I mean, maybe absinthe at 62% alcohol wasn't the best idea.
I probably
shouldn't have done that.
I probably should have sipped it like you and actually been smart.
This is I'm having 3/4 of a shot of absinthe, and there is still a little bit left in this puppy because I sipped this shit. But you know, my liver will die sooner than yours because you puked all of it up.
Here's the thing: when I puked, some of my beer got lost. I must replenish that.
Well, shit. You poor man. Please, we'd like to open up a donation link for this man to replenish the beer that's missing from his glass. Please. You don't understand how dire this situation is. This man doesn't have enough beer.
I want you to spam F in the chat.
Spam F in
the chat.
All right, so back to
I'll start us off. F. Spam F in the chat.
Oh, Nick Heisel's going to give you $1. I bet you could buy a half a can of Miller Lite for that.
And buy a can of water?
Exactly. Yeah.
All
right, so did you put F or did you put...
Yeah. I put F.
So I'm fucking blind. Yeah. All right, so I'd actually like to talk about something and see what our current 4 viewers, or 5 viewers, it keeps wavering.
Our fluctuating amount of viewers.
Indeed, our current viewers are thinking. So I actually had a fun discussion today at work. Again, I work for Amazon.com. I work in fulfillment and delivery. So I make sure you get exactly what you picked out, and I make sure it's on the truck, and I make sure...
if you order a fleshlight, it'll be there promptly.
Okay, fleshlights, sex wings, dildos, pesticides, dog toys, you name it. Gravy boats,
clitters.
fidget spinners.
Fidget clitters.
Fidget clitters.
They're fidget spinners.
Honestly, I haven't encountered one yet, but the next time
I've seen it.
The next time it comes up on my scanner and tells me to go pick up that product, then I will have seen it. It clearly exists. If I've seen shit I never knew existed at Amazon. I've seen things I wish didn't exist. No, you don't even want to know. I have sold dragon dildos. You are welcome to whoever ordered them.
I came in at the wrong moment.
You came in at the wrong moment. So anyways, I work for Amazon.com, and part of the discussion that happened today was me talking to a coworker about how Amazon, on the one hand, they come across as a fairly benevolent and nice corporation, as does Google, as does everybody else, but they all seem to have their own motives, and at some point, they have all come together and bought each other up in one way or another, or they're going to. No, Nick Heisel, I don't believe we got your religion comment. I'm not seeing it here. We're looking right now. I don't
shoot us another comment. If it's a reply to your original comment, we do not see those in the chat when we're live streaming.
Just keep spamming new comments, and we can see those. We can't see replies ever. But back to what I was saying. We were talking about monopoly clauses and how a lot of the big names today are going to want to come together. We already see Google and Amazon and other such all working together. I'm waiting for them to become one large, company that's going to have to be taken down or prevented from actually happening. To get to the religion comment, we just got it. Religion is the cancer humans have the control to end. Wow, this man is not going to like that.
I am very against that statement.
This man's life is against this statement.
As a religious studies major, I have to disagree. I think religion is really connected to culture and identity. And I think that by saying religion is cancer, you're saying people's cultures are cancer. And religion itself, it can spur people to do things that are bad. Religion can motivate people to kill. It can motivate people to do things to support certain political agendas. But religion can also help to motivate people to do better in their lives. Religion can motivate people to find a sense of community that they would have not found elsewhere.
They also remove the bomb.
Religion is also the only reason why the entire West survived.
Religion may divide us, Nick. However,
he will not divide us.
The Catholic Church specifically.
He will not divide us.
All of the Romans.
He will not divide us.
Hey, child.
He will not divide us.
He will also not divide your butt cheeks.
He will not inside us.
Can you come inside?
He will come inside us.
Bobby, if you would please cover me while I take care of this.
He will come inside us. Shit, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm taking care of the light sheen of bleach that's left behind after
Okay.
cleaning.
And after,
Yeah.
Don't be mean.
I puked. God damn it, I puked. I'll admit it.
Okay.
It's totally fine, not a problem.
So.
Yeah, sometimes it happens after you take a shot of absinthe. You just.
It's absinthe. It's not
half a shot of absinthe. It's okay.
I think if I hadn't just taken it all at once, I think I could have dealt with it. That sounded really dirty.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
a lot of females, the first time when they're taking the BBC, they say that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not single mothers after the first time.
Oh my god. What are they going to do for Father's Day? So I think religion can add to how we experience the world. For instance, like I'm a religious studies major, and I've seen a lot of people embrace religion and find the motivation that they need in order to live and in order to live a moral and just life. I've also seen people who have embraced religion that have done the exact opposite. I think religion is something that can be used for good and can be used for evil. I think that religion, our right to religion, is something that not everybody will like. But
have you reached your argument's point?
Everybody has to have the freedom to do so, just like the right to bear arms.
Goddamn right.
People should have the right to bear arms, even though somebody might not approve of it. Guns can be used for evil. Guns can be used for good. Guns can be used for evil. Fucking hell. You're a fucking monster.
I know.
But that's my opinion.
With the remnants of the absinthe.
It's probably going to taste pretty good, honestly. All right, so I'd like to throw some commentary in there. Yes, humans have the right to religion. Humans create their own religion, and whether that means that we are worshiping a computer, we're worshiping nothing, we're worshiping our society, we're worshiping an invisible man in the sky, or possibly visible man in the sky for that matter. Humans are going to create something in which they worship in some way or another, whether or not we would recognize it by religion as its current definition. So the way that I look at it is religion is inherent to humanity.
Humidity?
Humanity.
You just said humidity.
I've had absinthe. What do you want from me? All right, humidity. It's inherent to both, frankly. But the whole point is, I will agree that with Nick Heisel, it divides us. But what are you going to do about it? And anything that divides us is unacceptable. See, that I disagree with.
I disagree with
that as well.
I think that's something that divides us. Something that divides us is something that proves that we're human.
I agree.
That proves
something
that we're individual.
Yeah, and
he will not divide us.
Except he will.
He will not divide us.
He will divide the butt cheeks.
He already has.
He will come inside us. He will come inside us. He will come inside us.
But to get back to the point,
except other ideas will divide us, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Exactly, and the other thing is that humanity is going to create something that divides itself no matter what. So it doesn't matter what if you remove religion, period, end of sentence, as an influential factor. Humanity will find something else to get pissed off at each other about, frankly. Humanity will decide on whether it's land. They'll decide. Yeah, dude, humanity is what it is. It could fight over the emptiness of space. The universe is supposed to be ever expanding, and we could find a way to fight each other over it. So I will disagree. We don't necessarily control it. I think the church is a cult. To a certain extent.
I think religion...
Which church? We're talking about Western or Eastern?
All the above. All the above.
So, the Catholic Church specifically has actually preserved the knowledge and all of the history of the Roman Empire, pretty much.
What?
All good, no problem.
Considering
I fixed it.
You gotta figure monks have been the ones that have been, literate and written down everything. Really, we have the Catholic Church. Like, we pretty much owe the Catholic Church everything we know about history in general.
Hasn't been that clean since Louis Puritan.
There you go. I'm good for something.
Especially considering the Vikings and bandits, they would attack the monks and they would destroy their texts because
Are you a monk?
They were nothing.
I'm sorry. We're talking about my people, bandits. I'm a Viking, goddammit. We're wearing
I said Vikings and I said bandits at the same fucking sentence.
Yeah.
I would
didn't
disagree.
hear Vikings and bandits.
Yeah, that's right. Go fucking walk away.
I think it's done.
Because you know what? They were my ancestors as well.
But we would still like
Yeah, we would. But
I
still,
think
you know what? I still have the religion of both of our ancestors on my neck, right here. Valnut.
Probably got this boxing shape.
Yeah, why don't you
I'm
fuck
Conor
off?
McGregor.
Fuck off, you cunt.
I'd like to take this moment to apologize to absolutely no one. I fucking love Conor McGregor. I disagree with that inherently.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I believe that religion has done far more to advance human culture and far more to bring us together than it has done to tear us apart. I think that, yes, it has created divisions, but you look at religious leaders across the world, and often they're the ones that are saying that we need to unite as one people. It might be their followers might have a different idea and might be trying to create their own ethno-state, see like ISIS. But ISIS themselves aren't really a religious movement. They're actually a political movement. Here's the thing, Nick. There has been things done by political leaders. Look at the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama has done more for world peace than practically any politician in the East at all. Scientology.
Yeah, Scientology has done much for world peace.
Yeah. And you look at the Pope. The Pope is this current Pope has done a lot of good for people. He's tried to focus the church back on caring about the poor and those who need it.
Did anybody need ice for a drink?
No,
I'm good. Listen.
I left it out long enough to melt some.
Like I said, the Dalai Lama, Pope Francis has done a lot.
He's pretty cool.
Gandhi,
if he wasn't supporting communists.
Gandhi was a religious leader before he was a political leader. You look at a lot of people.
I mean, frankly, almost anybody in history has been religious in some way or another.
Right.
Almost, not all.
You look at the Pope during the invasion of, I think it was either it was either the Mongols or
the Vandals, yes?
Whoever was under Genghis Khan.
Oh, the Mongols, yes.
Yeah. The Mongols were stopped not by the political parties, but by the Pope. The Pope is the one who went to Genghis Khan and stopped their assault.
It also helped the Black Death was killing them too.
Yeah.
Well, God sends help in mysterious ways.
So I think religion can't be discounted that easily. I think that religion has helped people to decide things.
Especially Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler basically stopped the Muslim incursions from the Turkish Empire. Almost single-handedly. That besides the what was it? Anniversary was on September 11th. September 12th. The Battle of Vienna. which happened in like 1500s. Very important battle where I believe the Polish commander said, Veni, Vidi, Vici. It wasn't Vici. It was like a derivation of that, where he said, I came, I saw, God conquered. Yeah. Yeah, it's Vici.
Now, Nick, you said it's done great things. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that follow religion have done great things. Religion itself is an idea, and ideas can't do things.
Also, ideas are bulletproof. Everybody?
Hashtag. V for
ideas.
Here's
the thing. How is it evil? How is an idea evil?
Right now.
Do you really think that that religion is inherently evil? Because it kind of isn't. Religion has equal power to do good and bad.
Yeah. It does. It's just like any other thing. It has equal power to do good and bad.
Right. But people who utilize religion as a tool, not all of them are evil, not all of them are good. I think it's something that just the actions of a few shouldn't villainize the actions of the whole. And that goes with everything. I don't think it brainwashes people to focus on non-truth. I feel that it shows people a different way to look at things. For instance, I myself am religious, but I agree with science. I agree with history. I agree with historians. I agree with scientists. But I see the image of Jesus of Nazareth as somebody to really model their behavior. I feel that Jesus of Nazareth has done a lot of good things, as is told. And I think by trying to be more like him, to be more like him is to do more good in the world. And there's a lot more people like me that feel that way and who act that way. A lot of people who don't really talk about religion, whether to promote it or to talk against it, those people who don't really talk about it, sometimes they can be religious and can be intelligent. But they're not the ones talking. The ones talking are the ones who want to bring forth a better idea to evangelize. Those are the people that talk the most about religion, are those who evangelize it and those who detract against it. Those are the two groups of people who talk most about religion. But the people who
are in
between usually don't talk. And that goes for almost every issue.
Put your money's worth. Sure. And religion too.
What money? They always.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about Martin Luther.
I mean, Martin Luther was pretty entertaining.
Martin Luther.
It's all about the Catholicism. Can I just say I miss being able to buy indulgence?
The Polish knew everything. The Polish took over the world, pretty much.
Okay, tell that to the Indians. They have the
Fuck the Indians.
They have
we don't need them.
Support.
You know what? Which Indians are we talking about? American Indians or Indian Indians?
We need the Indians.
How could you be so insensitive? They're Native Americans. Christ.
Well,
but
they're not so native
they live
anymore.
in India.
Oh my God, they're not so native anymore.
Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious.
All right, so I'm going to pour some boba here while I'm enjoying this chat.
And here I am with my harvest hefe.
And absinthe dribblings.
Which means
Bobby smells
hefe, which in Spanish,
it doesn't mean anything in Spanish.
It means boss. And anyway, that's not how you spell jefe in Spanish.
You spell it with H-A-F-E-A. No, I don't really know.
What was the most important medieval civilization? Oh.
Medieval civilization?
Oh my goodness. I would have to go with England or the Holy Roman Empire.
But we was Kangs, man.
Fuck. Or then there's the Byzantine Empire. Shit.
Oh, the Byzantines. At least for Eastern.
Byzantines and Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah.
I'd have to go.
Not
the English.
The most important.
I know the English is like,
I kind of agree with Nick. The Mongols are very influential as well. And can't be.
The Mongols are.
And can't be.
They influence over a third of the world.
Right. They did basically create China.
You guys answered it wrong. He said medieval.
Medieval. Okay, then I have to go north. Yeah.
No, I think they're pretty heavily evil.
They're extremely evil.
If we're going to go medieval, then
medieval.
If you're saying
Germany.
Maybe Germany.
I was going to say the Jews.
Germany during World War II.
Some people think the Jews are evil and some don't, so they're medieval. They're medieval. They're in between.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, I mean, Joshua, thank you. That was a great shout out.
Joshua, I made a good move in making you mod. That was my one good thing I did as admin.
You made Josh mod? But he went to the academy with me.
I know.
Shout out to Joshua for being Navy.
Josh.
You missed out, Josh.
You fucking crazy motherfucker.
Josh to you. Josh,
you know what?
Missed out
I'm
earlier.
sad you got MedSep, but fuck, man. I wish we went out into fucking DTA.
I'm not sure what these things mean.
DTA is downtown Annapolis.
Yeah, but what's
so basically means
MedSep?
we're gonna get
what's MedSep?
Medical.
MedSep. I'm sorry, I thought you said MedSep.
Yeah, I know. I literally failed out of the academy. Fuck you.
Joshua Modio, though, you're pretty cool, and damn man,
he's the one good decision I made as admin, and the only one that lasted.
They still think I'm a sock.
Yeah, you are a fucking sock. I wear your fucking.
How you doing, Jake Dressler?
Wait, Joshua Modio is a sock? Does that mean he's a cum sock?
Oh.
Yeah, he's a cum sock. Jake Dressler.
Jake Dressler's cum sock, therefore named Joshua Modio. Nah, we love you, Josh. It's okay.
All right, let me.
Sorry, buddy.
Let me get back to religion. Cum socks.
They're
wrong.
No. I want to talk
immoral
about.
To have a cum sock. It's immoral to masturbate. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. You should all have your dick shot.
Stop masturbating.
Stop masturbating.
Stop masturbating.
Whoa.
It's terrible. It is a crime against God and
Gentlemen.
Can I get 1,000 days without an orgasm?
Gentlemen.
Can I get 2,000 days without an orgasm?
Can I get 3,000 days without an orgasm?
Maurice Leo.
They're all wrong.
Leo.
They're all wrong.
Jake Dressler, stop masturbating.
Stop masturbating, Jake.
Gentlemen.
We know you do it. Maurice knows you do it.
Gentlemen, let me get a
Mr. Dressler, tear down this wall of masturbation. We need you to stop. This is against the American.
Your masturbation is sad. We need to build a wall. We'll stop you from masturbating. It's going to be a wall between your dick and your hand.
You will just jerk off the wall, off the hand.
Gentlemen.
We need the bricks. We need the glue for the bricks.
And we need the Astroglide for the glue.
Gentlemen, you're both wrong. You're both wrong. You gentlemen are forgetting. They're forgetting about a very important thing. Whatever happened to Dicks Out for Harambe?
Dicks Out for Harambe. We need the Astroglide.
Dicks Out for Harambe.
We need to fuck them in the ass to get the AIDS. Like
you know.
Can you get AIDS twice and get double AIDS?
You know.
I have triple AIDS.
Triple A's.
Triple A's.
I have that to get my car fixed.
Yeah, exactly right.
No, the last time I heard about triple A's, I had to watch up my ass.
Dude, fuck vegans. I hate vegans. They're just fucking. They think they're better than everyone else. It really is fucking annoying.
They are. They're better at being annoying.
Oh my god. I can't believe you.
Oh my god.
You are disgusting.
You're fucking a white male.
You are a fucking white male who believes that he's better than a pig.
I'm just saying.
You know what? A pig is better than you. That's why we call you pig.
Did you say
because we equate you with pigs.
Did you just say pigs?
But they're better than you.
Are you assuming their gender?
You know what?
Are you assuming
are amazing women. They are budding with enthusiasm, and their pussy juices are flowing.
They are trans women. Let me get that started.
You know what? They're beautiful trans women that aren't. They're not even trans. They're really women. They're just women. Why do you call them trans? They're not trans. They're women.
They're real women. Even though they weren't real women before.
They're transformers.
They're women in disguise.
That's the fucking quote of the century. Fucking quote of the century.
Transformers. Women
in disguise. Fucking hell. Okay.
Also, if you use that for your next actual, this also took a horrifying turn.
We only have 2 people watching this.
Yeah.
That is fucking Nick and Josh right here.
We do live stream from a computer.
Yes. We do.
They probably think we do it from a phone.
Fuck phones.
Fuck phones.
Fuck phones. Fuck that shite.
Fuck that phone shite. Conor McGregor.
This is strangely arousing.
Jake and Jake.
Oh my god, is Jake here?
No,
it's just 2 sock accounts.
Jake and Jake, you mean? Yeah, no, that's the truth though.
Oh, nice.
Yo, I'm looking forward to watching that stream actually if I can. Please call W. I'm afraid I haven't run across him in the group yet. Give me a rundown, Nick Heisel.
Nick Heisel.
Nick Heisel. There's always Nick Heisel. He's always commenting on our videos. I'm not a sock account, although I have one on this group. Oh my god, everybody has a sock account.
I have a sock account.
I don't have a sock account.
I don't either.
Let me tell you, if you can figure out my sock, I will give you $10.
You want to know who his sock
is? I know who his sock is.
I know who his sock is.
We both know who his sock is.
I'll tell you for $10.
No, if you forward me $15, I will tell you his sock account.
What are you going to spend $5 on? A half a pack of condoms?
I don't use condoms.
Wow. Okay, that was great. Now
we just make them.
We just put watches up our asses.
I could make a comment, but it's not appropriate for the stream, so I'm going to wait.
Very well.
Have you ever heard the story of golf places to wise?
Tell us what your necklace symbolizes, Bob.
Oh, it's about the Dark Warriors.
I'm sorry?
So, the Valnut is a symbol of Odin, and it symbolizes the eventual dead warriors that have died in combat.
Which hopefully will not be you, because I like keeping your sorry ass around.
Yeah,
I need somebody to like give alcohol to and make fun of once in a while.
Yeah, well, fuck you, mate.
Sure.
I mean, go ahead.
I will. I'll do it.
I bet you won't.
Bang.
I'll bang you.
Bang.
I'll bang you right in the pussy.
You wouldn't bang me.
Maybe not right in the pussy. You're not that good looking. Actually,
I mean, the only pussy I got is
I'm sorry I ever brought that up.
Yeah.
You're sad.
So sad.
Just like Hillary Clinton.
Just like
anything.
Crooked Hillary and Lying Ted. Lying Ted's father.
Don't forget the Bernie Sanders.
Can we just say...
Stay screw Bernie Sanders. He's my friend.
All right. I'd like to bring up a conspiracy theory that I would love. And by conspiracy theory, I mean somebody I know brought it up, and it might as well be one.
The Bogdanovs are extraterrestrial beings who control our entire world.
Hillary works with the lizard people.
Give me a quick rundown. Quick rundown right now. I need a quick rundown.
Wake up, Bob.
It's fine. That's an insult to lizard people.
I mean, I don't know about that.
How dare you equate them with Hillary?
Obviously,
they're decent people.
They're decent lizard people.
They don't lie. They don't shoot people in the back and claim it was a...
Obviously, Hillary Clinton is interdimensional.
They don't claim it was a bench press accident.
Who comes to eat revenue?
You know what? They don't claim it's a bench...
globalists!
They put gay stuff in the water.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So if anybody from Australia is still here, tell us about turning the Australian frogs gay, please. Who actually?
How do you do it?
How?
We need
I would like to tell. I would like to know. I would like to tell Alex Jones that he's wrong, but nobody's proven him wrong so far.
I mean, dude, the water in the potions.
Dude, he is such a credible source. It's ridiculous.
The water in the potions is making the Argonians gay.
I mean,
okay,
dude,
okay. I'd like to make
ridiculous. Alex Jones proved that the Argonians are gay, and he proved specifically that Hillary Clinton is a part of
the Argonian.
No, the cult of Molag Bal.
But I like that cult.
Exactly.
Damn it!
She has ruined the cult for you.
See, I would disagree. I think that Hillary is actually the secret author of the lusty Argonian maid.
Maybe she is the lusty Argonian maid.
No, don't even bring that up.
No.
All right.
Nick Heisel, you have a good night.
Thank you, Nick.
Good night.
All right.
Sad.
Joshua Modio is going to go too. So, Joshua, it's been great seeing you. I think, gentlemen, it's about time we turn this.
Joshua, I have a quick question.
Have 3 people.
Oh, yes.
I have a quick question, Joshua. Do you have a tree?
I'm afraid I don't.
It's going to be a Waffle Warrior response because the fucking difference. But regardless, do you have a tree?
And is the name Joshua Tree?
Is it the Amadea tree? Sure.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Is it the Joshua tree though?
A tree.
A tree.
What's wrong with the tree? Are you
racist against trees?
Are you tree phobic? You racist bastard. How
fucking a white male. You fucking a white male.
A white male tree.
How dare you, trans,
how dare you?
You tree phobic motherfucker.
This is a safe space. This is a safe space. He will not divide us. He will not divide us.
Joshua will not divide us.
Trees will not divide us.
Trees
will not divide us. We'll burn them down. Trees will not divide us.
But what about
fuck the Amazon.
Amazon will not divide us.
I work for Amazon.
Amazon.com will not divide us.
Amazon will not divide us.
He is confused because we're confused. All 3 of us are confused together.
True.
We have been 3 Bros, 1 Brew.
Special edition.
There's been more than 1 brew.
Yeah, there's been a few brews.
Hold up the beer, Bobby. Yeah, so there's been a bunch of brews. Did you drink all 6 of those?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes.
Good man. Bobby, we need some shots. All right, we're going to take a break and go get some shots. Everybody have a great night.
We're not going to take a break. We're going to just leave them.
I meant until next week. To Alex Jones. To Alex Jones.
To Alex Jones.
Not being wrong.
To Aaron.
From Alex Jones to Aaron. I'll toast to that.
I'll toast to that.
I'll toast.
It's been great seeing y'all. Have a good night.
As always, my name is Aaron.
I'm Kevin. And this is Bobby. Our special guest.
Who will hopefully, when he comes back, will not be just a special guest.
Or divided.
We'll see.
Or divided. He will not divide us.
And that's
he will not divide us. He will not divide us.
But he will take our flags.
He will not divide us. He will not divide us. He will not inside us.
He will come
not inside us. He will come inside us. He will come inside us. He will